Man, it's getting late out. Hello, everyone. It is me, Breaded Chef, and in today's video, we are making the marketplace, and as well as surrounding buildings, as well as an inn. Yeah, I know I promised too much, but this time I've actually done it. I'll let you guys go to the. I'll let you see. Bye. Hey, must be the money. Anyways, yeah, thanks for the intro past me. I don't even know if there's gonna be an intro on this one, honestly. But if there is, oh well. Uh, well, in the last video we made this, and in the tiny little short I made, there was just dancing parrots and grain, as well as grain over there. But in this video, we're gonna make the freaking marketplace, this area more lively instead of hey, two houses. Make it a little more lively. So I'm gonna have it right here. Maybe like a couple houses right here. Maybe maybe a market stall right, like maybe markets right here, because I feel like I can't fill this area in with just like straight up houses. This is just gonna be an open area for like freaking market stalls, all that. So let's get into another time lapse because I kind of like that one because I like that format. All right, let's begin. All right, everyone. This is me. Freddy Chef. As you can see, you know, we're starting off with the market area. Doing this real fast because I know I feel like, you know, you guys you don't like the longer form of me building, which I feel like I don't like it either because it's just me constantly rambling on and on while just focusing on one build and then that's the entire video. I feel like you guys deserve more than that. Otherwise, well, we'll be here forever if you just doing this. If I want to click this map one by one and I want to upload it, so it's gonna take you guys forever to finish it. Maybe years if I continue to do it like that. Well, um, in this instance, we're building this roof, this one house real fast. If I remember correctly, it initially took me like I think 16 minutes, something like that. 16, 18 minutes to do this, and if I remember correctly, I got this down to 4 minutes. So yeah, that's a 5 times reduction in length for you. So because that would have been the entirety of one video if I did it the old way. But I'll let the building speak for itself and show you how good it is. But in my opinion, I think it turned out real good in the end of it. You know, I feel like there's still some. I feel like I could definitely still improve. You definitely, but that's what the series is not to want one to build rebuild a old project of mine and to improve my building. Because while my building is decent, I'll say somewhat decent because it's not good, but it's not like Jaracraft levels good or green level of good. But I think in due time I'll get there eventually. This is just a start. Everyone has to start somewhere. I feel like people are too headstrong in this and too impatient to actually see improvement. Like this channel. I feel like as a kid when I started this channel, even though like it was only a couple, I think half a month ago I started this channel or started uploading it because several times in the past I tried to do it, and I saw no growth, and I thought, man, this is stupid. I'm not gonna do this anymore because I didn't see immediate growth. So, you know, there's that. you know, and I feel like that's with a lot of people. Like they feel like they shouldn't start because I don't have that good of equipment or I'm not that good. Well, I'll have you know I'm using a very old mouse, headphones from a dollar store, oddly enough. Like they were like $30, but and a old school, like I believe it's like a decade old at least kind of computer that I got free from school because they were doing this. They were planning on upgrading their like their things, and they had like an essay. And guess what? I won that essay. So I got one of their many computers they had, and that's what I'm using to record off of. You know, so I believe if you truly gave it the effort, that we may all end up somewhere. There's many small YouTubers right now in Minecraft right now, and some of them think I one of them in fact motivated me to do another video after like 2 weeks of not uploading. I gotta find her YouTube channel, but it's real good. I think her name is Usagi Togi. She's pretty good. If I'm pretty sure she she records off her phone. She bought a keyboard and laptop, not keyboard and a mouse. So she's doing pretty good for herself. She has like 500 subscribers. Wow, that's good for her. But I believe we all we all get somewhere in due time. We just gotta you just gotta grind for it. You gotta work for it. You know. Speaking of grinding, this, well, I want to say this takes very long to record. This really doesn't. It just takes me maybe like an afternoon or so getting all the clips done and recording. In fact, I'm pretty sure it doesn't even take half a day. It just more like takes maybe like 2 to 3 hours to just record all of this. It's just the fact that every now and then I just get sidetracked. That's why I think it just takes that long. But yeah. Anyways, as you can see, we're actually getting progress done on the third house, which in my opinion, it kind of looks great. It does. It does look really great. Added the little flower pot, to add some detail. And even though you see that balcony out there in the background that I built, later I'm going to change it, and you're going to see it. But I change it because I realize that doesn't really look that good. Because the way I was going to have it was, I honestly don't know why I decided to add that balcony there. I just thought it looked good in the first place, and then, yeah, here you go. See, I thought it would look better if we had it right there. If we just completely got rid of the plank, that plank balcony. Anyways, as you're about to see, we're actually getting to the inn part, And the way I did it was originally I was going to have a separate building. Then I realized I might as well just make it attached to it because the, as you can see, as you saw for a split second, there was like 5 buildings there. And I realized I need to expand more to it. And I realized that I can because that was the initial plan, or the initial design, really, of it all, to just add the, just add onto it because, the way it was originally designed was I was going to have like an L-shaped building with where the tavern is right now, be where the tavern is, and just have the like inn part just separated upon that L. But now I realized I could add it, make it a little more, better, as you can see, by having it be its own separate building. That way we could actually have stables, which are going to be put underneath. But, it's a whole different shabacle. So, it's kind of crazy how certain ideas can come back to you like that. Like this entire, the entirety of Rifts. I don't know what you want to call it, really. Whatever, really. It doesn't really matter to me what you call it. Kingdoms of Riften, Rifts in Time. That was the original name of the roleplay we were gonna do on
the first world on my PlayStation with my friends. Didn't really pan out, because you don't really see it on my channel. But yeah, the very first iteration, because we went through like funny stories, kind of like the very first iteration of it was on PlayStation back in like 2016. That's how old this freaking concept is. It's freaking been nearly 8 years, and the initial concept of it was just I'm gonna build it. I found this really cool world just to build on, where we had this like cliff that looked like it could be a perfect spot for a building, and there was another like hill area where I just put like a Viking house on there, and it just expanded from there. And being like the I think it was like maybe 12ish, 11. Um, I had the overactive imagination, and this was during a time period where uh, uh, PlayStation had communities on the PS4, so you could just go to the specific Minecraft communities because there were several of them, and just post. And I posted, "Hey, I'm making a role play. I need help building it, and if you help me build it, you'll be in it." Because that's what I did for like I don't know, maybe a couple of like years at a time. I never got around to make the role play part, but Rifts in Time, I actually did make that. It could have been better. I'm gonna be honest, it could have been better, but then again, it was made by like a 11, 12 year old, so I did the best I could. I was limited to the PlayStation and the like PlayStation editor, what it was, Share Factory. That's what it was called, Share Factory, and yeah, and then I freaking lost that world. I was so upset, because I spent hours on that with just me and my friends. Really, we were just goofing off. It wasn't even a roleplay world at that point. It was just more of, hey, let's make cool stuff on this world. Someone was making, I think, like an old timey bridge, not old timey, an old timey wooden like a sailboat. That was cool. It was like massive. It was so cool. He never got around to finish it either. It was just halfway done. Man, I wonder how he's doing. But anyways, after that, I did another iteration of Rifts that ultimately didn't work out. I can't. What was the specifics of that version? Let's see here. I can't really. Oh, it was gonna be this same kind of deal. It was gonna be like this. The style I have it here is medieval or fantasy, whatever you want to call it. And there was gonna be like this house in the center of a man-made island, and not really man-made like in the story wise, but like this island that I made that I pretty much just blew up with a bunch of TNT surrounding it. God, that was so boring. And after that, I realized it wasn't going anywhere, so I kind of deleted it. And I kind of like I think maybe 6 months later, because around this time I was helping build a world for a buddy of mine. I don't know really, like it was just, and it was around this time where freaking a Bedrock came around, so we finally got access to commands, and we kind of used a lot of commands just to help us to replicate what World Edit did, and we made like this giant tree and this lab. It was so cool. If I'm being honest, it was so cool. I really liked it. He still has it, by the way, like on his PlayStation and stuff. It'd be cool if I could show it to you guys. But anyways, after that, I decided to work on my third iteration of Rift, where over like I think the course of 2 years, I think I built up like this entire like massive kingdom around this lake, like in one of the preset like worlds, because I was just trying to look for a world to build it on. And the way I had it was there's like 4 different areas where I called them kingdoms. That's why it's called Kingdoms of Riften for this one. Where there was these 4 kingdoms. It's a whole like lore thing. But 4 kingdoms just came together under one crown because they showed like a similar culture. I try to make an entire language for it. It was pretty cool. I went hard on that one. and one area was pretty much the capital, which would be the area I'm working on here. And it had like this port, this town, a church, not much of a church, more like a temple. And then my freaking magnum opus was this like for that area was this castle embedded in a mountain. But here's the thing, it wasn't. This was before caves and cliffs, so it was like it was one of those old school mountains, and I didn't want to use those. So what did I do? I made the castle of itself, right? And I built a freaking mountain that took maybe like six months, I think, which in reality probably took like maybe 2 to 3 months if I just worked on it. Because I'm gonna be honest, it got so freaking boring to the placing block after block. And after listening to music so much, I freaking gave up and just I pulled a green and just made like the front half as amazing as I could, and just did not finish the back half because no one was gonna see it. And then after this, like there was like a region next to it, and there was like this taiga biome. There was this giant tree. It was cool. And then there was the bottom two areas where it's pretty much just snow, and there was this abandoned kingdom in the snow area. It was so cool. Me and my friends spent so much time on it, and it was great. If I'm gonna be honest, it's a shame I lost that one. Um, and it's been like a couple of years since I've last seen it. But yeah, that was so cool. Like I had a whole storyline for it, everything. And so that's why I'm deciding to make this one as a homage to, well, I guess my childhood, because that was the entirety of my childhood, is just playing Minecraft, building, just hanging out with friends, doing stupid things on it, because you were a kid, everyone was a kid at one point. Heck, I'm about to be, heck, I'm already an adult technically, 18 years old. Let's go. But about to start my final year of high school. So yeah, that's really cool. Senior year, baby. 2025. That's when I'm graduating. That's great. You know. But yeah, this is enough of my rambling. And besides, I'm about to wrap this up. Anyways, I hope. I think right now I'm working on the barrels, like wine barrels for like the tavern and stuff. But man, yeah, I really appreciate you guys for just hearing to us, staying all the way, hearing me ramble. Anyways, this has been the Red Chef. I'll see y'all guys later. Okay, so it turns out that I kind of lied. Um, apparently, the clip was shorter. Actually, no, let me correct this. The clip I recorded previously that you just heard was longer than the initial plan of it, and I've kind of just had to make this to fill her out. Anyways, this has been Bread Chef. I'll see you guys on some other day. I don't know.